to the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
You're on Warriors News Fan Update, and today we have an exciting update for Golden State Warriors fans. Have you ever wondered how far the current roster can take the team this season? What's missing for the Warriors to truly dominate the West and be more than just a good team? Let's explore the possibilities. After an impressive start with a 9-2 record, the Golden State Warriors are showing their strength. But one question remains: does the team really have what it takes to win the championship? While the roster is full of young talent and impressive depth, there's a feeling that something bigger is missing alongside Stephen Curry. And the big question right now is whether it's time to invest in a proven star to strengthen the team's championship pursuit. Hot rumors are circulating about a possible trade involving Jimmy Butler, one of the most dominant playoff performers, and the Warriors are in the mix. Could this be the move that takes the team to the next level? Imagine adding Butler, a two-way player with a reputation for shining in critical moments. But what's at stake? The Warriors would likely have to part with some of their young prospects, like Jonathan Kaminga, Andrew Wiggins, and veteran Kevin Looney, along with several draft picks. Is this move worth the risk? In the meantime, the team has been showcasing its depth off the bench, with players like Hield and Jonathan Kaminga gaining attention. Kaminga, who started as a starter, now shines coming off the bench, becoming one of the team's biggest offensive threats with an average of 17.3 points per game. This raises the question of whether the Warriors' depth could be the key to success. However, if Kaminga continues his growth, he could become one of the top contenders for the 6th Man of the Year award, though the internal competition on the team, with Hield also in great form, may hurt his chances. So, what's next for Butler and Kaminga? Can the Warriors find the star they desire without sacrificing their young core? The truth is, to continue their journey of success, Golden State will need to make crucial decisions in the coming months. What do you think, Warriors fans? Does a trade for Butler make sense, or is it better to maintain the current structure and trust in the development of the youth? Leave your thoughts in the comments. This impressive start has been supported by a mix of young talent and experience, like Jonathan Kaminga's growth. Even though he's not in the starting lineup, Kaminga has been a real force coming off the bench. His consistent performances, like scoring 21 points against a conference rival, prove he's quickly maturing as one of the team's key players. Meanwhile, the question of needing a star alongside Stephen Curry remains. Jimmy Butler, recently mentioned in trade rumors, could be that star. Although a trade involving Butler is risky, many believe that the 35-year-old veteran could provide the stability and experience the Warriors need to compete in the playoffs. The proposed trade includes several key pieces, like Jonathan Kaminga and Andrew Wiggins, but at the same time, it preserves the team's future flexibility with valuable draft picks. This move could be the only the Warriors need to secure a competitive edge in the West. The idea of bringing Butler fits perfectly with a plan for a tighter playoff rotation, where experience and the ability to execute in critical moments are crucial. However, his age and injury concerns may weigh against the decision. Butler's contract, which expires after the next season, makes the trade even more interesting, as he could be an option for a long-term deal if his impact continues to be significant. However, with the incredible season they're having so far, concerns about the bench must also be considered. Steve Kerr's strategic choices to reduce the rotation during the playoffs may require quicker adjustments than planned. Depth has been a strength, but there's an increasing certainty that to advance in such a tough competition as the West, adding a reliable star might be the key. This potential trade involving Butler certainly gives the Warriors something to think about, especially with how the season is unfolding. The franchise needs to decide whether it's worth risking everything for a star like Butler, or if they should stick with their young core and explore other options that may arise throughout the year. What do you think, Warriors Nation? Would adding Jimmy Butler make sense for the team? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the future of the Golden State Warriors. As the season progresses, the Warriors' landscape continues to unfold in fascinating ways. While the team started with an impressive 9-2 record, the real question is whether this balance between young talent and veterans can sustain the team throughout the season and, more importantly, in the crucial moments of the playoffs. The bench depth, with players like Kaminga and Hield, is undoubtedly one of the team's greatest strengths. Jonathan Kaminga, in particular, seems to have found his role as one of the most explosive players coming off the bench, averaging 17.3 points per game. His development is remarkable, and he has become an essential piece for the team, even without being a regular starter. Buddy Hield has been a pleasant surprise, with his consistent performances being one of the biggest highlights off the bench. His fight for the Sixth Man of the Year award is getting stronger, showing the depth and potential of the Warriors' rotation. However, as already highlighted, the season has its uncertainties. The team may need more than what's currently on its roster to be competitive in the postseason. While Steve Kerr has praised the team's flexibility and the strength of the group, what works during the regular season doesn't always suffice for the specific challenges of the playoffs, where intensity increases and tactics must be more refined. Entering into this equation is the name of Jimmy Butler. Despite being a risky option due to his age and injury history, Butler's impact in clutch playoff games can't be underestimated. He has the experience and winning mentality the Warriors may need to give that extra push in the most tense moments of the postseason. His versatility on both ends of the floor and ability to take control in tough situations could be exactly what's missing from Curry's team to reach their goal of another title. Furthermore, the absence of Klay Thompson is a reality the Warriors are still trying to overcome. The veteran's departure has posed a significant challenge, but has also opened the door for other players to grow, like Kaminga, who is now leading the team in points off the bench. The lingering question is whether the team has enough pieces to overcome the long-term loss of Thompson. Now, with Butler's contract with the Miami Heat nearing its end and rumors circulating about a potential trade, speculation about the Warriors becoming interested in this deal is growing. The trade, which would involve Jonathan Kaminga, Andrew Wiggins, and a series of draft picks, could be a bold move but also an opportunity to add a player who has already proven his worth in the playoffs. In the end, the decision won't be easy. The Warriors find themselves in an interesting position with a great start to the season, but with the need to balance the desire for an immediate title with the investment in the future of the team. Jimmy Butler could be the missing piece to complete the championship quest, or he could be the risk the team decides not to take, choosing instead to focus on the development of their young players and building a strong foundation for the years to come. So, what do you think, Warriors fans? Is it worth risking it all for the veteran Jimmy Butler, or should the team keep betting on young talent and the depth of its roster? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do so to stay updated on all the latest news and updates on the Golden State Warriors. As a Warriors fan, I see this season as a great opportunity, but also a big challenge. The combination of veterans like Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and the development of young talents like Jonathan Kaminga creates an interesting balance, but something is still missing to give that boost needed for the postseason. The season start has been exciting, with the team showing great chemistry and even impressing with a 9-2 record, but we know that the true test of a team's value comes in the playoffs. What I would like to see from the Warriors now is more consistency from the young players and a greater contribution from those coming off the bench, like Buddy Hield and Kaminga. These guys have shown they have a lot of potential and can make a difference, especially with Klay Thompson's absence. As for the idea of adding Jimmy Butler, personally, I think it would be a bold but very interesting move. Butler has the winning mentality and experience of carrying a team during the playoffs, something the Warriors might need to give that push in the critical moments. He would bring elite defense, the ability to score in tough moments, and could certainly help fill the gap left by Klay's absence. But at the same time, I'm a fan of the growth of our young guys and the idea of keeping the core we've built over the last few years. Trading Kaminga and Wiggins, who have shown great potential, is a risk, but it might be the key to securing another immediate title. If I had to choose, I would bet on continuing with a young project, adding a few pieces to the roster, rather than sacrificing valuable young talents for a veteran like Butler. After all, we're seeing Kaminga's potential grow with every game, and he has the chance to become a star in the near future. However, if an opportunity arises to acquire Butler at a reasonable price, he could be exactly the kind of player to take the Warriors back to the top. In the end, the Warriors have a chance to maintain their legacy, but they need to make the right decisions and not lose focus on balancing the present and the future. What do you think about this? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned on all Warriors updates.